Time, space, spaceballs, it's weird, am I right? I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna mess with your head a little bit. Time is literally speeding up. Not the "oh man, this week flew by" kind of speeding up. I'm talking about actual, measurable, atomic clock-verified time acceleration. Our planet just broke the record for the shortest day ever recorded, and honestly, it feels like we're living in some kind of subtle apocalypse that nobody's talking about. July 5th, 2024. You probably don't remember what you did that day, but Earth sure does. That was the day our planet decided to spin faster than it ever has since we started measuring this stuff with atomic clocks back in the 1960s. The day came in 1.66 milliseconds short of 24 hours. Before that, the record was June 29th, 2022, 1.59 milliseconds, and just this past July 9th, another record. Now I know what you're thinking. Milliseconds? Really? That's like getting worked up about finding a penny on the sidewalk. But here's the thing that genuinely freaks me out. We're talking about an entire planet changing its behavior. Earth weighs 6 trillion kilograms and it just decided to speed up. That's not supposed to happen. You ever watch Joe Rogan argue with Eddie Bravo about whether the Earth is flat? Eddie's got this whole thing about how globalists are lying to us about everything. And Joe's just sitting there like, "Eddie, stop saying that," for 3 hours straight. Well, this isn't one of Eddie's YouTube conspiracies. This is actual scientists with actual equipment measuring actual changes in how fast our rock is spinning through space. It started around 2020, which, let's be honest, was already a weird enough year without the planet getting involved. For decades, Earth had been gradually slowing down, which made sense. The moon's gravity creates tidal friction that acts like a brake. Over millions of years, this has been making our days longer. A billion years ago, a day was only 19 hours long because the moon was closer and gripping us tighter. But then 2020 happened, and Earth said, "Nah, I'm good," and started speeding up instead. 28 of the shortest days ever recorded happened that year alone. It's like our planet discovered Red Bull. The really wild part? Nobody knows exactly why it's happening. Scientists have theories, and they're all kind of unsettling in their own way. There's something called the Chandler wobble, which sounds like a TikTok dance but is actually about how Earth doesn't spin perfectly straight. It wobbles like a spinning top that's starting to lose momentum, and changes in that wobble might be messing with our rotation speed. Then there's climate change, because of course there is. As glaciers melt, water flows into the oceans and redistributes the planet's mass. NASA studies showed this should actually slow us down, but we're speeding up anyway, which means something else is overpowering the climate effect. That's concerning. Earthquakes can also screw with Earth's rotation. That massive Japan earthquake in 2011, it shifted enough underground mass to shorten the day by 1.8 microseconds. The 2005 Indonesian earthquake moved Earth's polar mass about an inch eastward. But no major earthquakes have happened recently that could explain what's going on now. Hey, before I keep going down this rabbit hole, if you're finding this as fascinating and slightly terrifying as I am, hit that like button and maybe subscribe. Because honestly, if we're living through the era when time itself becomes unstable, we might as well document it together. Even weirder? The seasons affect how fast Earth spins. During summer in the northern hemisphere, trees grow leaves, moving mass from the ground up into the air, farther from Earth's spin axis. Richard Home, this geophysicist at the University of Liverpool, explained it perfectly. In northern summer, the trees get leaves. This means that mass is moved from the ground to above the ground, further away from the Earth's spin axis. It's like when a figure skater extends their arms to slow down their spin, except we're talking about billions of trees doing it simultaneously. But here's what's really messing with my head. All these factors should be slowing us down, but we're speeding up anyway. It's like Earth is fighting against its own physics. The most likely culprit? The moon. Our cosmic buddy has been screwing with Earth's rotation for billions of years, but lately its position relative to our equator has been creating some unusual effects. On those record-breaking short days, the moon was at its maximum declination, basically positioned as far from Earth's equator as it gets. This creates an off-center gravitational pull that speeds up our rotation. Think of it like someone constantly adjusting the angle while you're spinning a top. The moon's gravitational influence is always tweaking Earth's spin, and when it's positioned just right, it makes us rotate faster. Most of us will never feel these millisecond changes. You can't sense Earth spinning faster any more than you can feel it spinning at all. But the implications are genuinely significant for our hyper-connected world. GPS satellites, computer networks, banking systems, telescopes, electrical grids, They all depend on incredibly precise time synchronization. Since 1972, scientists have occasionally added leap seconds to keep our atomic clocks in sync with Earth's rotation. But if Earth keeps speeding up, we might need to remove a second instead, something that's never been done before. They're calling it a negative leap second, and it could happen around 2029. That might not sound dramatic, but computer systems aren't designed to handle time going backward, even by a single second. In our world, where milliseconds matter for high-frequency trading and satellite communications, it could be chaos. Imagine trying to explain to your bank's computer that yesterday lasted 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds. What makes this whole situation feel apocalyptic isn't the speed change itself, it's what it represents. We're living through a time when fundamental properties of our planet are shifting in ways scientists don't fully understand. Earth has been gradually slowing down for billions of years, and suddenly, in just a few years, it's speeding up instead. It's like discovering your heartbeat, which has been steady your entire life, suddenly started racing for no apparent reason. You'd probably want to know why. The truth is, scientists are still figuring it out. They can measure these changes with incredible precision. We're talking about equipment so sensitive it can detect variations smaller than the time it takes light to travel across a room. But explaining why they're happening, that's much harder. Earth's rotation gets influenced by its molten core, its atmosphere, its oceans, its ice caps, the position of the moon, the changing seasons, volcanic activity, earthquakes, and probably factors we haven't even identified yet. It's like trying to predict the behavior of the world's most complex machine while you're riding on it. Here's what really gets me though. This isn't necessarily permanent. Earth's rotation has always varied on shorter timescales. The current acceleration could reverse next year or continue for decades. The long-term pattern of gradual slowing due to lunar tidal friction will eventually win out, but nobody knows when. There's something deeply unsettling about the idea that time itself is becoming unstable. We've built our entire civilization around the assumption that a day lasts 24 hours, that time moves forward at a constant rate, that the fundamental rhythms of our planet are reliable. Learning that Earth can just decide to spin faster feels like discovering that gravity is optional, or that the laws of physics are more like polite suggestions, but maybe that's the wrong way to think about it. Earth has never been static. Ice ages have come and gone, continents have drifted across the surface, the atmosphere has completely changed composition multiple times. Life evolved from single-celled organisms to whatever we're supposed to call humans, scrolling through TikTok while hurtling through space at 67,000 miles per hour. The fact that Earth is spinning slightly faster isn't a sign that something's broken. It's a reminder that we live on a dynamic, living planet that's constantly changing in ways both subtle and dramatic. The same forces that created mountains and oceans and the magnetic field protecting us from cosmic radiation are still active, still shaping our world in real time. We're witnesses to planetary-scale changes happening right now. We have the technology to measure Earth speeding up down to the millisecond. That's both humbling and extraordinary. Previous generations had to guess about these things from geological evidence and fossils. We get to watch it happen live. The shortest days on record aren't just scientific curiosities, they're reminders that we're passengers on a planet that's still very much alive, still changing, still capable of surprising us. Whether Earth continues to accelerate or eventually slows back down, we'll be here to measure it, study it, and try to understand what it means for our weird little civilization spinning through the cosmos. But here's where this gets really wild. Some scientists think there might be a connection between Earth's changing rotation and human consciousness. I know, that sounds like something Eddie Bravo would say right before Joe Rogan tells him to stop. But hear me out. There's this thing called the Schumann resonance. Basically, Earth has its own electromagnetic heartbeat that pulses at about 7.83 hertz. It's created by lightning strikes bouncing around in the space between Earth's surface and the ionosphere. Some researchers have noticed that when Earth's rotation changes, these electromagnetic frequencies can shift too. Now your brain operates on similar frequencies. Alpha waves, the ones associated with relaxation and creativity, run between 8 to 12 hertz. Theta waves, linked to deep meditation and REM sleep, operate at 4 to 8 hertz. When Earth's electromagnetic field fluctuates, some people report feeling more anxious, having disrupted sleep patterns, or experiencing what they call time distortion. Is it possible that Earth spinning faster is somehow affecting how we perceive time? That this subtle shift in planetary rhythm is messing with our internal clocks in ways we're only beginning to understand? There's no solid scientific proof yet, but think about it. We evolved on this planet for millions of years, synchronized to its rhythms. Our circadian clocks, our sleep cycles, even our menstrual cycles are all tied to planetary and lunar patterns. If Earth suddenly speeds up, maybe we're feeling it on some deep biological level. Maybe that's why 2020 felt so surreal, why time has felt weird ever since. Maybe it's not just the pandemic and social media, maybe it's literally the planet changing its rhythm beneath our feet. Or maybe I'm just losing my mind thinking about milliseconds and electromagnetic frequencies at 2 a.m. But if Earth's heartbeat is changing, and ours might be changing with it, that's not just a physics story anymore. That's a story about what it means to be human on a planet that's still figuring itself out. Like the vid, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.